Hey, all you art lovers out there. Welcome to Art Conspiracy. I'm Amy. So, what is real art? Start out with a little story. I went home to America for the first time, COVID time. So it was like a while. I hadn't been back for a while, and I ran into a friend of mine hadn't seen even years before that. And this friend said, "So, Amy, are you painting?" I said, of course I'm painting. He said, no, are you really painting? And I said, yes, I'm really painting. What do you mean? He goes, well, really painting, like your dresses and your portraits you used to do, and like what you're doing right now, just sketching, right? Ouch. Like, so okay, so here's the deal. I made the calculation in my head pretty quick what was going on. And this friend, has a little education about art. And so in his mind, there is real art, which is, sort of higher up in the scale of what's considered significant or serious art. And if you don't know this, there is definitely this sort of standard in art world, this hierarchical, anyway, that like fine art is better than graphic art, and printmaking is better than drawing, and painting, printmaking is better than drawing, painting is better than drawing. Oils are more serious than acrylics. Acrylics are more serious than watercolor. And there's certain, subjects and materials and size that is more substantial, that ends up in museums and galleries or whatever. But I mean, the thing is, it's all real, for crying out loud. These are conventions in the art world about, what is considered important and significant. And I say, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I know the art world as well as anybody. I went to grad school, and I remember they used to say, make it big or make it red. And in grad school, it was like literally, if you didn't have to have an artist statement to explain your work, you weren't doing it right. It had to be like incomprehensible. Anyway, art evolves, art and artists evolve. And yes, I had my dress phase, a lot of people refer to this phase, was a very popular chapter for me as an artist. I did these life-size oil paintings of dresses. I'm going to show you one actually in a second. But I have changed through the years, and I am currently in a new flux where I'm adapting to my environment. One of the things is I became a traveler. And when you travel, you don't have all the equipment that you need to do oils. You need easels and table and time, and that equipment is heavy. And so I started becoming a street sketcher, and I started to use watercolor because it was portable and I could work fast. And I'm still, learning about that medium, and I love it. And anyway, let me just show you a couple things. Oops, hit the wrong button. Snap. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Okay, so like this is my early work. So this was my genre phase. Did very common genre paintings of subjects. Here's my makeup phase, and here's my salsa phase, and here's the famous dress phase. Look at this. If you can imagine, this is life size, very popular phase. Let me go back to this anyway. So I kept changing my work and adapting to my circumstances. So anyway, jumping to this, here's what I'm doing sort of lately. I have kind of a narrative thing going on. I'm working on paper. I'm using watercolor. Here's my urban sketcher branch of my work, where I work on location. And again, I'm studying watercolor. Here's my Funky Gloucester series, which I love. And I occasionally do oil painting as well, anyway, here's what I'm doing. And I'm not defending myself. I'm just saying, I mean, seriously, look at this. This is from my past. This is my present. I don't think they're all that different, to tell you the truth. But this is real, according to my friend. And this one, I don't know, something else. And here's, look at this. Here's one of the dresses. And here's my watercolor. You know, what I did back then has totally influenced what I'm doing now. So the point of all this is not to disparage my friend, because I know he didn't mean anything by this. But you know, you have to be careful about just being an art snob, I guess, and categorizing things and feeling like, you know, something's more important than other things. And you know, there are some blooming artists that, you know, that may get discouraged because they compare themselves to somebody else, or they don't know where they fit into that structure. And I think it's all good. I think the cave art was good when people were painting on caves, and that was real. And then people were working with tempera, and now they're doing oil, and now they're doing acrylic, and it's all good. And those rules and limitations are kind of for the birds. Now, I think there are rules in art, by the way. This is probably another topic. I think there are rules, and I think we can evaluate what's good and what's not good, but it has nothing to do with what's real. It has to do with, you know, whether something is meaningful or well crafted or significant in some other way that it touches us on some level. And that can be a very small thing on paper, in watercolor, or it can be some epic thing, you know, on a 20-foot canvas. But I think we need to be careful about those sort of classifications. Anyway, so that's my spiel. If you want to know what's real, according to me, it's all real. I went, oh, look at this. I have two, look, grandma, old Amy, oil paint, wonderful. Street scene, Thailand, new Amy, brackets. I didn't plan that. Okay, that's it. Talk to you later. Leave me a comment. You want to debate the subject. Okay, see you later. Bye.